What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the review, analysis and reaction to Manchester City's disappointing home draw in the Premier League against Southampton, which finished 0-0. Before I crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, and do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What went wrong for Manchester City in this game? Now, before I crack on with this video is sponsored, and I'm calling on all men. This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped provide the best tools, equipment and liquids for every body part. They have been kind enough to send me the new Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a cordless trimmer with a wireless charging system, providing 90 minutes on one full charge on the lithium-ion battery. The trimmer has LED lights on the front to show battery life, and also on the trimmer for a more precise shave. Ceramic blades with skin-safe technology are provided to help reduce nicks and cuts. 4 trimmer guard options are also available to customize your hair length. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, allowing for easy cleanup. A new travel lock feature is built in to prevent vibrations whilst on the go. So come and join me and 2 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped when it comes to keeping yourself clean and tidy. Use code JSGC20 for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. It is much appreciated. If you want to go and cop yourself 20% off on manscaped.com, then do go and use code JSGC20 at checkout to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Get yourself t-shirt, Manscaped t-shirt, just like I've got here if you so wish, and go and get 20% off too. So, thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Let's crack on with this review. So, it did finish at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City 0, Southampton 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down how this result has happened and what Manchester City can do to make sure that results like this don't become a continuous thing throughout the season. And of course, it would be very simple, almost naive of me just to sit here and say we should have signed a striker, because I don't think necessarily that would have sorted the problem in this game. We could have signed Harry Kane for a lot of money, and I think there's a possibility this would have probably still finished 0-0. I don't think that was the problem as to why this result became about, but I do think that there are other reasons as to why this came about, and that's what I'm going to break through or break down for you guys in this video. So the first thing I'm going to start off with, I don't think stats can be made a big thing of, but they certainly give you a good indication in terms of an analysis on why a result has happened. I look at the stats and I see City having 64% possession in this game. That's telling me that City are dominating the ball, they're moving the ball, and which we would expect in terms of possession and passes. With City having over 550 passes at a pass completion rate of 87%, that Manchester City are dominating the ball, they're working the ball forward, and that means then City are going to be creating opportunities. Now, when it comes to actual shots, just 16 shots in this game for Manchester City, which is normally probably we're looking at around 20 plus, but still, to me, that's a good number of shots. That's enough for us to be putting 4 or 5 of them on target and coming out with 2 or 3 goals, because that's the quality that Manchester City have. And I think the problem lies with 16 shots, just 1 on target. That's where the problem is here for this game and why it's finished 0-0. I look towards Southampton, 10 shots for them, 2 on target. Southampton have had more shots than us on target in this game, even though they've had less passes, a worse pass accuracy, and also less possession than us too, which, to me, is quite concerning in the grand scheme of things. Now, the one thing I've not really been too worried about this season so far is Manchester City's ability to create opportunities and City's ability to put these opportunities into the back of the net, particularly when we've played at the Etihad Stadium. We've been very clinical in the build-up to this game. We've scored 16 goals in 3 games at the Etihad Stadium, so I wasn't worried about said situation. And then all of a sudden, this has come about, and everything was just so flat. And I'm wondering if it's all down to preparation, because Pep Guardiola did dip into that in his post-match press conference, saying that he wasn't happy in terms of the preparation for the game, that City have only had 10 minutes to prepare for this game. Now, to me, We're experienced enough in the Premier League. Pep Guardiola is, and the players are as well. We know what to expect from Southampton. I'm just wondering why we've only had 10 minutes preparation for this game. I understand that the players are having recovery from a hard, gruelling match against Leipzig, which I understand will have taken a lot out of the players' energy, which is maybe what Pep Guardiola was getting at with his comments after the game, and needing the energy from the fans to try and get us through the Southampton game. He's understood that it's very gruelling and physically demanding on the players. We have a lot of players at international duty when they get called up during the international break, and so they've not really had a proper rest, particularly when it comes to our first 11, and so because of that, a lot of the players will be feeling pretty fatigued right now as we're getting through the long, gruelling process of getting through the season. I just feel like City were preparing themselves for something like this to happen, and hence the comments have come out before the game against Southampton, and then repeated to be coming out again after the game as well, and it all comes down to preparation and seeing what physical state the players are in, which 100% means there are going to be 11 changes made for the midweek game against Wycombe to allow these players a full rest, ready to go for the weekend after with our match against Chelsea in the Premier League. But we spend a lot of money for our squad depth. We have a lot of quality in our squad depth as well. So I don't really buy that as an excuse as to why this result has happened. To me, this is a very disappointing result for Manchester City. This is 2 points dropped. When I look back and do my season review at the end of the season, if City falls short of winning the Premier League by 2 points, I will come back to this game, because you would expect Manchester City to be beating Southampton at the Etihad Stadium. I maybe would be a little bit more forgiving if this was at St Mary's and it was an away game, because to me, away games, you're playing in front of the home fans and everything, and the pressures and everything that comes with the game. It's always a little bit more difficult when you're playing on the road, but when you're playing in a home match, you wanting to win the Premier League, I'm looking at games like Southampton and you're thinking 3 points, and we haven't made that happen. And because of that now, the consequence means Manchester City are going to have to go elsewhere. In particular away games, I'm looking at Chelsea, I'm looking at Liverpool, and I'm thinking we're needing to make these points back. To me, a good points accumulation from them 2 games would be 4 points. If we're wanting to turn this game around, this Southampton game, this point that we've picked up, then realistically, I think we need to be looking at this Chelsea game and the Liverpool game the weekend after, both away from home, and I'm thinking we need to go and showcase ourselves and pick up a win, because at both of them, and pick up the 6 points that's on offer, because we're in a position now where we're going to be chasing the pack. And I know what happened last season. To me, I think the points tally is going to be higher. Teams have had a pre-season. Teams have now got fans back into the stadium, and trust me, it does have an impact on the players and performance as well. I think that points tally will be a little bit higher, so I don't think we'll get away with a low 80s points tally. I reckon we could be looking probably towards the high 80s, maybe even into the 90s, and that's yeah, so every point matters here. And so whilst it's good that we haven't lost this game, because if VAR hadn't intervened and overturned that penalty decision, we may well have lost this game. And so we've managed to keep a clean sheet. We have managed to pick up a point as well, and it may just be the point that wins us the Premier League at the end of the season. You never know. And so they're the positives to take away from this game. However, creativity, not clinical in front of goal, very flat, took too long to get going. Very disappointing. That's my review and analysis, just having a look at what that result meant for Manchester City. In terms of the game itself, first 20 minutes, the first phase of the game, I thought was very flat. Should have been having a good go at Southampton. If that means overcommitting and running the risk of going behind, we give ourselves a good 70 minutes to recover and get over that. To me, first 15-20 minutes, all guns blazing going at Southampton. You need that first goal. We needed that goal. That goal never came. If that goal comes early on, then that would open up the game. Southampton would start to sit deeper. They'd have to come out. They'd have to express themselves a little bit more, and so it'll create the gaps for Manchester City. And that quite simply never happened in this game, and we found it difficult to be able to break down Southampton. So I'm going to give them fair credit there for Southampton. They defended for their lives. They defended deep. They defended well. They came forward, showed no fear, had a couple of really good opportunities as well. they could have got the 3 points. I felt like the 3 points were there if Southampton wanted them. However, a point for them is a fantastic point on the road. It also takes them on to 4 points in the league. It's taken them up to, at this moment in time, with teams still to play in 15th, and every point could matter for Southampton as well as to what their objectives are going to be at the end of the season. Of course, they'll be looking to try and hit that 40-point barrier and stay up will be the first objective that they'll be looking for, and that is a point closer for them, and it's probably a point that they wouldn't have been expecting as well. Yeah, so Southampton played and defended really well in this game. They did that against West Ham as well. I spoke about this in my preview. It isn't anything new. Don't really understand why we haven't prepared for that and look to be more expressive and be more attacking to take the game to Southampton, try and get that early goal just like we always try and do. We did it against Norwich. We did it against Arsenal. We've done it against Leipzig. Don't really understand why we didn't do it in this game. But there we go. It's all just a bit flat, a bit meh from Manchester City, which is disappointing. In terms of the league table for City, at this moment in time, with teams still to play like United, like Chelsea, we are currently sitting in second place, 3 points behind Liverpool and 1 behind them on goal difference. And considering we've still got to play Liverpool away, that isn't too problematic to me, but we've got a big match coming up against Chelsea, big match coming up against Liverpool. Both them teams will be there or thereabouts at the top of the Premier League table come the end of the season. Important games. Win both them games. I think that puts us back on track for where we want to be, which is trying to win that Premier League title. Now, 2 big talking points for this game. Let's start off first with that Kyle Walker sending off and the penalty given for Southampton for that tackle on Adam Armstrong. To me, not a penalty. I can understand why the referee's given a penalty. I can understand why the referee has also sent Kyle Walker off. The denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Adam Armstrong goes past Ruben Diaz. He knows that if he shrugs off Kyle Walker, there's an effort on goal. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. There is a possibility that he scores a goal. However, Kyle Walker is a very quick player, and some people will criticise him, saying he was very rash. What Kyle Walker does really well is he puts Adam Armstrong under a lot of pressure. Adam Armstrong knows full well that Kyle Walker is breathing down his neck. He's quicker than him. There's a chance that he can nick ahead of him and get the ball. Adam Armstrong is fully aware of this. So what Adam Armstrong does is protect the ball at all cost. Make sure Kyle Walker doesn't touch that ball. He touches me. I go down. I get a penalty. Kyle Walker gets sent off. Smart from Adam Armstrong. This is where, to me, VAR is a very good thing. Because VAR, the referee can go and have a look at the monitor. Referee has one angle from the back, and it looks like Kyle Walker takes him from behind and goes down and gives a penalty. Kyle Walker doesn't get the ball. That's a fact. Kyle Walker doesn't get the ball. He can see that on the monitor, but what the referee gets to see from the other angle is Adam Armstrong is already going down. He's protecting himself against the ball to make sure Kyle Walker cannot get to the ball and that he's going to go down and get a penalty. However, Adam Armstrong goes down to protect the ball. Kyle Walker doesn't bring him down. He doesn't foul him. There's a lot of pundits that are saying it's a penalty. I don't know, blinded. I don't know whether biased or whether I'm biased here, being a Manchester City fan. But Adam Armstrong protects that ball. He's going down. He's put himself down to make sure Kyle Walker cannot get to that ball because he knows full well that Kyle Walker's going to challenge for that ball and he will go into him. And that is exactly what happens. I thought that was a good bit of refereeing to overturn his decision there because some referees can be very let's say, stubborn when it comes to it in their decisions and will stand with their original decisions. So fair credit there to the referee to overturn it. I didn't think it was a penalty. I didn't think it was a sending off. I thought Adam Armstrong there was trying to con the referee and being smart, and very nearly did. If it wasn't for VAR, he would have, and that may have changed the game. Southampton could have gone on to possibly win the game. Would have been down to 10 men as well. Pretty much a disaster, particularly if they scored that penalty. We'll never know. And then the other big talking point is Manchester City, of course, scoring in the 90th minute. Cross comes in from De Bruyne. Beautiful cross. Phil Foden's onside. It's a really good header from Phil Foden. It's low down. It's difficult for the keeper to make the save. The only thing the keeper can do is parry it up. And because Raheem Sterling's quick to act, Phil Foden was quick to act as well. Because they were quick to act, the ball gets tapped in and put into the back of the net. Raheem Sterling's quicker than what Phil Foden is. He acts quickest and instinctively puts the ball into the back of the net. I'm not going to slam Raheem Sterling for this because his job is to be in the right place at the right time and score goals, and that's exactly what he does. Unbeknown to Raheem Sterling, he's in an offside position. Marginally offside. He's, literally half a foot offside. He doesn't know this, so he puts the ball into the back of the net. hindsight's a wonderful thing. Raheem Sterling leaves it. There is a good chance Phil Foden follows that one up, and in my opinion, he would have followed that up, and it would have been a goal to Manchester City. But all in all, very flat from Manchester City. A 0-0. Pretty disappointing. I'm not going to sit here and slam players. All I'm going to say is we need to be better. More urgency, more creativity, a willingness to score goals. Not too sure why Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, one or the other, or both of them players didn't start in this game. Considering we've got a match against Wickham, I'd have gone with our strongest 11. And to me, our strongest 11, Ederson in goal, Walker right back, Cancelo left back. Ake's made himself available for selection. Obviously not got Stones or Laporte, so it would be Diaz and also Nathan Ake. Could have gone with Rodri, De Bruyne or Gundogan. Could have gone with Rodri, Gundogan and De Bruyne. We could have gone with, out on the right hand side, Gabriel Jesus. Could have gone with Grealish on the left hand side and Ferran Torres up top. And yeah, that's not the team that we ended up going with. And actually what we struggled with a lot was turning the pace of the game, turning defence into attack, and Rodri is very good at that. And to me, a game that suits Rodri really well is these types of games where teams are going to sit a bit deeper, and to me Rodri's a must in starting these kind of games. Fernandinho, a lot of people suggested that his legs were gone. He's not getting any younger. We know he's not a spring chicken anymore. We know that. We know what to expect of Fernandinho. What Fernandinho does really well is to cover the gaps, particularly if Manchester City are going to be up against it. So in games like Chelsea away and Liverpool away that we've got coming up, I think Fernandinho could be a pretty crucial player in terms of these games, and looking to try and stop attacks and trying to get a little bit of momentum towards Manchester City and stop these attacking teams in their tracks. And I wasn't expecting Southampton to really come to City and attack us and take the game to us. I am expecting Chelsea, though, and PSG and Liverpool to do that. So I think we'll get a better judgment on Fernandinho in them games. We'll see, though. What it is a disappointing result. And like I said, the only way to get over a disappointing result is to come back in your coming games and get good results. Match against Wickham. Let's go and get to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Chelsea away. Let's go and beat a potential Premier League title challenging rival away from home on their own patch. PSG away. Let's go and put PSG under a load of pressure and put us in a really good position, not only to qualify to the last 16 of the Champions League, but also in first place as well. Let's go to Anfield. Let's go and follow up a win at Anfield last season. Let's go and get back-to-back wins at Anfield. That's the way that we get over this game. However, these are very difficult games, and I'm positive, I'm confident that we can do that. However, if we don't, we've got to take it a game at a time, and I'm sure more questions will get asked, including not signing a striker, which I'm sure lots of people will be pointing towards. There we go. They're my thoughts. So thank you everyone for watching. It is much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. What went wrong for you in this game for Manchester City? Why were we not able to break Southampton down? Why didn't we win this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, Manscaped. Link is in the description, or go and check out manscaped.com. Go and use code JSGC20 for 20% off. Any help in doing that would be much appreciated and does help to support the future content created here on my channel. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City video, which will be a preview for the Carabao Cup game against Wickham. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. If you did go to the game, I do hope you enjoyed yourself as well. Peace. Ciao for now.